was a direct hit of a rather large bug. Well, good morning everyone, how are we today? I hope I find you all in good spirits and in good health. It's 11:09 on a beautiful morning in the Scottish borders. The temperature is 11 degrees Celsius, which is somewhere around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. In the car up ahead is my stepson John and his fiancée Anna, and we're just out for a little bit of fresh air in the Scottish borders. Now, as a lot of you may have noticed, I've not been around for several weeks. I kind of dropped off the radar for a bit there. And so I thought I'd address that issue first off. As some of you already know, I have a neurological condition called multiple sclerosis. And that's really why I've not been making videos for the last month and a bit. And I've never actually spoke about it on this channel, so I thought I'd give that a go. Address the elephant in the room, as it were. So, as I said, multiple sclerosis, it's a neurological condition wherein my immune system thinks that the nerve pathways and the insulation around them is a foreign disease kind of thing, and it attacks them. The upshot of which is that it can damage the insulation, causing temporary or even permanent short circuits, or it can sever the nerve pathway altogether, causing permanent disability. So that's the technical stuff out of the way, because I don't really want to dwell on this. It's not something, I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like that, but I'll come on to that in a moment. So I was diagnosed in August of 2006 at 12:35 in the afternoon in the office of Dr. Ravi Malhotra, a wonderful neurologist. And this was the culmination of 3 years of exploration and detective work, really. And so I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. My first symptom that I ever got was an optic neuritis, which caused a loss of sight in my left eye. All the colour washed out until it was pretty much everything was black and white in that eye, and then the vision itself started to wash out until there was practically nothing there. So that was scary, but that all came back and everything's back to normal on that front. Other symptoms that I can get is weakness, paralysis. I get, alright, calm down, Sat-Nav. I get cognitive difficulties, which affects my short-term memory, my long-term memory. I can forget words to things. It could be something as simple as, say, for example, house. And one day I might just not remember the word house, and I have no idea what that word is, so I have to find other ways of describing things, which can make things difficult in conversation. Then on top of that, it can affect my attention span, which makes things even worse, because when I'm talking to people it sounds like I'm spaced out, which I'm not. Well, usually, anyway. So the last few weeks has been mainly caused by, which is one of my worst symptoms, and that is fatigue. MS fatigue, it's not like being tired, it's not like even you been partying all weekend, tired. It's not a natural tiredness. Exhaustion doesn't even come close to it. It's a form of fatigue that is so extreme that wherever you are, when it hits, in a mild case, you need to sit down now. Not in 5 minutes, not when you get back to the car or the bike, immediately. And then in its more extreme cases, you end up in bed for several days in a row. So for the last month and a bit, I've basically been housebound because of fatigue, some weakness and some cognitive difficulty. But that seems to be clear enough of it now. And all I need to do now is get some decent footage and I can put out a video. But in the meantime, we're just out to enjoy this beautiful day. My stepson's fiance, unfortunately, she has to go to work. So after that, I'm going to take you up to the place where I made my first video, the first walk around with Ripley, just after a bar. What a beautiful day to be out. The temperature's perfect. So I notice on a few trees that the colour is starting to turn now, but for the most part everything's still green. You'll see in the trees over there, you'll see a few browns in the tops of the trees. That's the beginning of it. But I have to say, autumn's my favourite time of year. The colours are just spectacular, the temperatures are nice, and it's starting to get dark quicker. In the middle of summer, the sun doesn't set until after 9 o'clock at night. This time of year it's around 7. In the middle of winter it's around 4. So it does make quite a bit of difference at this latitude. But it's one of those things that you get used to. If you grow up with it, you don't notice it. I would love to buy that and turn it into a house. It's the courthouse at the moment. Although saying that, I'd be happy with that house too. The house I live in, it's very small. Small but perfectly formed. It's like a little hobbit house. It's partially underground. It's built into the side of a hill. And when you come in the front door, you can go down some stairs to get to the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, or you can go upstairs to get to the bedrooms, the man cave and the bathroom. And we have a very tiny piece of garden, which is about 4 foot by 12 foot, which I've turned into a rockery because you couldn't really do much else with it, really. It was a rockery when we moved in, but there were a few plants in there that really shouldn't be in rockeries, so we started again with it. It's really quite cold when you get into the shade here. The temperature drops by a good 2 degrees, and I'm not wearing my winter trousers, I'm wearing my jeans. Oh dear, someone's in trouble. I'm wearing my normal jeans. Some of these are a little bit chilly when we go through these pieces of shade, but they soon warm up again when we come out. So we're about to cross the ever-present River Tweed. How's that? One of the best things about living in this area is that when I get on my bike, I don't need to ride an hour or 2 hours to get to a good road. I just start the bike up and we're there. Another fine tree tunnel. And now we start climbing the hill up to Scott's View. First bike I've seen today. Don't know what's wrong with people on a day like this. Should be out enjoying it. Looking for a turn off on the right. This will be it. Three-quarters of a mile. What a lovely place to have a house. A little bit isolated in the winter, but it'd be well worth it. And there's the view. And this is Scott's View. More people here than I would like. But never mind. Let's go see what we can see, shall we? So how's that for a view? That one's for you guys, Throwmouse Moto. Okay. Time to move on. Onward and upward. So that was Scott's View. One of the favourite views of the renowned poet and playwright, author, Sir Walter Scott. This is the village of Bemerside. What a lovely place. Now this part of the road I've only travelled a handful of times, so I'm not 100% sure of it. But on a day like this, if we get lost, I don't think I'll mind too much. We've always got Sadie Sat Nav here to help us find the way home. Cows. Sudden bend. Oh no, this is beautiful. What? We shall just go this way. Ooh, another wonderful house. Lovely. Oh, nice garage. That would be my man cave. That would be Ripley's new home if we lived there. I wouldn't bother putting the car in the garage, they've got roofs. But Ripley Well, she's got to have a place to sleep. So anyway, it's time for me to bid you a fond farewell. So wherever you are, I hope the weather's glorious and the roads are empty. Till next time, stay safe. Take care.